Welcome back to Conquest of Nerath. It's the Iron Circle's turn. We're into round 2. And yeah, I had a marker for Iron Circle here for quite a while. It shouldn't have been there. It is gone now. Alright, first thing they do is they get to draw an event card. So the Iron Circle event card is Press Gang. Play immediately. Lots of text. Remove one Iron Circle piece from one coastal land space, then add one Circle warship carrying one Iron Circle foot soldier to one friendly sea space adjacent to that land space. If no adjacent friendly sea space exists, instead place a warship in the nearest friendly sea space. Sailors tell the same story of how they came to serve in the Iron Circle's navy. Okay, so we need to, let's play immediately, so we're playing it. We need to remove a unit and place a warship with a foot soldier on the board. So let's zoom in and we'll do that. Alright, we're going to remove one of these foot soldiers from here, Ranamore, and we're going to place a warship here in Scarlet Bay with the foot soldier. That's pretty fortuitous because this island now is completely undefended. So that works out really well. And that takes us into the move phase. So I'm going to start moving pieces. Well, obviously the first move we're going to do is this ship is going to dump off that hobgoblin right onto the island. It can also pick up another one, but I don't think I'm going to bother. And just cheat a little bit here. We're going to take this fighter, this wizard, and this fighter are all going into this dungeon with 2 monsters. That's a ton. We're going to move this foot soldier up 1. I know you can't quite see it. Now let me readjust the camera and I will move the rest. Alright, so way up on the board we're going to take the Storm Elemental. It's going to move 1-2 into the space with the Nerathan warship. And down here, now we have a lot of options, but of course we want victory points. And so the best use of our time is to... I'm just going to leave these guys here. I'm going to have to think about this for a bit. I've got a couple of warships, some siege engines, and what have you. So let me think about it, and we'll decide exactly where they're going to move. All right, so the Iron Circle looking to reclaim some points here. Are they going to move a siege engine and a foot soldier into this space to attack the Nerathans there? And then, oh goodness, they are going to... they're going to use one of their boats to pick up this foot soldier and this siege engine and go 1-2 to Nera Bay and drop them off into this space to try and claim a victory point up there. And do we want to move that warship somewhere? We'll move that warship here just so we can use it next time next to our castles. Okay, that's it for movement. We're going to be getting into the fighting mode. And so let me zoom in on our first, or I have to write all of the pieces and then we're going to zoom in on our first fight. The very first thing that the Iron Circle is going to do is, of course, they're going to conquer the Isle of the Druids. We're going to put the Iron Circle ring on there. That's going to claim the Karkoth Iron Circle Alliance a victory point. Let's go to the victory point track and do that. Okay, the Iron Circle, they're taking their point score from 12 to 13. Going to need quite a few more to catch up to the humans and elves, but let's go back to the board and continue with the battles. And the obvious first choice of battle is the 3 fighters, 2 wizards going into Serpetus Rift, and inside there we're going to have 2 guardians. We have a Hydra, and we have a dire wolf. So it looks like 3 d8s and a d10, and if they defeat the Hydra they get +2 gold. Alright, let's go to the dice tray and we're going to roll the pillaging of that dungeon. Alright, so the Iron Circle wizards get first strike. And they rolled 8 and a 10. That's going to knock 2 d8s right off the Hydra. And so that's going to leave the defense 1d8, 1d10. But we do have 3 fighters, so let's roll the 3 goblin fighters. A 6, 10, and 7. Completely wiped out. However, they do get to roll 1d8 and 1d10. And they roll a 7 and a 3. That's 1 hit. So the hobgoblins are going to lose 1 fighter. Wow, destroyed. So they're going to collect 2 gold there and a treasure. All right, so the Iron Circle successfully plunders the dungeon. That's going to collect them 2 gold pieces for defeating the Hydra. It's going to take their gold total up to 14, and they get a treasure. So what treasure do they find in that dungeon? They find teleportation circles. Play at any time, which of course will be now. The ongoing property, during your move step, each of your pieces in a space containing any of your castles can move to another space containing any of your castles. Doing so counts as a movement of 1, as moving 1 space. 2 victory points. Excellent. So they have teleportation circles now. Let's go to the victory point track and add 2 more. Right, the Evil Alliance, 2 more points. 1, 2, from 13 up to 15, closing in on the human elven point total of 17. Back to the board for some more battles. Okay, one of the battles we're going to do right here, the Storm Elemental versus the Nerathan Warship. Let's go to the dice tray, see what happens. All right, we have the Iron Circle. Storm Elemental rolling 2d8s. A 3 and a 2. That's a miss. Does the Warship fight back? It does, but it misses as well. Iron Circle pressing the attack. 7 and 7. The Nerathan Warship destroyed, but it also destroys the Iron Circle Storm Elemental. So that's a wash in that location. All units destroyed. It was a water space, so it doesn't really matter. But the Iron Circle did manage to take out a warship, so that's going to help a little bit. The next battle is going to be right here in Nera, and it is the Siege Engine, Hobgoblin, Foot Soldier versus a Siege Engine and Wizard. Let's go to the dice tray, see what happens there. All right, for this battle, of course, the Nerath Wizard gets to roll first strike with a d10, rolls a 3, which is a miss. And now our Hobgoblin troops roll 2d8s for the Siege Engine, a d6 for the Foot Soldier. Yeah, nice rolling. And the defense of the Siege Engine is a d8, and that's a 6, which is a hit. Of course, the Hobgoblin destroyed. Now the Hobgoblins can either press the attack or retreat. They're just going to press the attack. They have nothing to lose. Of course, the Wizard gets first strike. The Wizard rolls a 6, and they can do nothing about it. So, the Iron Circle defeated there. Let's go back to the board. Next up, we have a Siege Engine and a Hobgoblin Soldier versus 2 Foot Soldiers. This will be worth a victory point if they can take it. Let's go to the dice tray and see if they have better luck this time. All right, the Hobgoblins, 2d8s and a d6. And a 6 from the Foot Soldier, a 6 from the Siege Engine wipes out both of the Nerath Foot Soldiers. However, of course, they get to fight back. And they roll a 5 and 3, which is nothing. It looks like the Iron Circle has taken that space. Let's go back to the board. The Iron Circle has taken over Sand Sea Tribe's location. It was a Nerath location, so we're going to put an Iron Circle token on there, and that's going to claim them another victory point. Let's go to the victory point track. Right, another victory point from the Iron Circle to add to the Karkoth Iron Circle Alliance, 15 to 16, 1 behind the Elves and Men. And that is all they can do this turn for victory points. And now we're going to get into reposition. So let's do that next. Of course, the Iron Circle have no flying units left. They have no dragons, no storm elementals. They do have heroes in a dungeon, and we're going to move a wizard and a fighter this way, and a wizard and a fighter that way. Okay, and of course, yes, we need to restock that dungeon with a couple of new guardians, and we don't know what they are. Maybe we will never find out. All right, that is reposition. Now it's reinforce, which is going to be a buy units, place units, and move units. And the Hobgoblins have 14 gold. Okay, so the Hobgoblins with their 14 gold are going to buy a red dragon, 3 fighters for 6, and 3 foot soldiers for 3. Let's go to the board, and we're going to place them, and we're going to move them. Okay, so placing units, they are going to place the 3 foot soldiers here. 1, 2, 3, as well as, nope, that's all they're going to do there. They are going to place their dragon here, and it's going to fly 1 south here to shore up that position. And the other 3 fighters are going to go 1, they're moving here, of course, 2, and 1 more here, 3. So they are, or no, they're going to move 1 there. for that. Okay, that is it for placement. I'm going to zoom out a bit. We're going to count locations and see how much gold that the Iron Circle collects this time. Right, I've counted up the meager land spaces the Iron Circle has under their control, and it is a total of 9. So they're going to collect 9 gold, which is pretty terrible. However, that's what they have. So thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Join me next time for the Nerath League, the humans. The alliance between elves and men only need 3 points. If the Nerath League can get 3 points on their next turn here, that will be the complete end of round 2, and that would mean the elves and men are victorious. But we'll have to see what happens in the next episode. All right, join me next time for Conquest of Nerath. It will be the Nerath League turn. We'll see if they can pull off a victory. Thanks for watching.